I've been staying at Nimbin with my grandson on his farm. I've always lived right out in the bush, and this is the first time I've been to the coast. But I've made some friends in Nimbin. They said, look, first, here's a skirt, put a skirt on. You need to get some beads. They said, throw away that hat. And I said, no, I might get sunburned. They said, kick off your shoes and feel your toes wriggle. So I did. And then the weather changed and my feet got cold. So I got my stockings and shoes on again. But I'll tell you how I met these friends in Nimbin. I met some friendly hippies that were at the local shop. They were driving a beat-up combi van that snorted to a stop. The man told me where they're staying and said, come and have a feed. We'll cook up a bit of food and then we'll smoke some weed. Well, I was astounded. Just imagine people so darn poor, they're smoking weed and can't afford tobacco anymore. So I bought 2 packs of Winnies and shoved them in my jeans, thinking the tucker won't be flash. I'll be lucky if it's beans. They said lemongrass or chamomile when they offered me some tea. I said, if it's hot and in a pot, it's all the same to me. I was filled with pity for people making tea from straw and having to smoke weed. 'Struth, it's awful being poor. Well, he broke up the Winnies and mixed some green stuff in. That'd be the weed, I reckon. Then some black gunk from a tin. I asked him what it was, and he said, hashish. So I said, God bless you, thinking, hippies are unhealthy. This poor fellow's got the flu. As we passed the smoke around, he put some blotting paper in my tea. I asked him what that was, and he said, it's LSD. That's when I began to realise this bloke's a little slow. He'd misunderstood the question. We'd gone decimal years ago. Well, I forced down the mung beans and drank that awful tea. When they offered me some more, I said, no, one's enough for me. My head was feeling strange. I thought some air would put it right. But when I tried to get up, I saw the strangest sight. My hat turned into a turtle and walked straight off the chair. I tried to focus on the hippie, but he was no longer there. He'd been replaced by a monkey. I thought a pinch will make me wake, but when I tried to move my arm, it became a tiger snake. There were rainbows on the walls, and I couldn't find the door. I saw green grass and flowers where once there'd been a floor. A calendar called out the months and finished with November. Then it all spun in circles, and that's all that I remember. Well, that hippie woke me up next morning, but he really is a drip. He knew I hadn't left the house, and he said, did you enjoy the trip? Well, I'm going back next Saturday, but I'm swore off all that weed. I think we're going driving. He said, we're gonna do some speed. Thank you.
Oh, Anita, thank you. That's fantastic.
Oh, and I didn't say it's by Don Lloyd, that poem.
Okay, I was going to ask you who wrote